Welcome friends, I'm Clobbercraft and this is my Colony SMP, my reward Patreon server for all of you. I hope you guys consider joining. Please check out my Discord, and if you want to play on this server with me, please consider joining as a membership on my YouTube or taking a look at my Patreon. All right, so let's do a little tour. So I got our Trader Hall done, and I've got a majority of the enchants that we want. We've got infinity, unbreaking, sharpness, I've got mending, I've got all the appropriate ones. What do we have here? Thorns? I don't think I like that one. There's one last guy I need to get going, which is not too bad, but I've been leveling them up and doing all of my things. I've also updated all of my gear. So I've got yeah, that's right. I put mending on shears. I put protection on all of my things. I don't have protection 4, but I've got feather falling 4. So we've upgraded all of our gear. I also expanded this side and I added 4 more villagers as well. So they can be turned into something else. And I haven't really done a whole lot with the guys on the bottom yet. We haven't done much leveling with any of them. So that's something we have to do. Okay. I made some changes. I got rid of all of the things that spawn. So that's been a thing. I started making a path and I don't like it. It doesn't look good. Now, maybe if I turn off shaders, it looks okay. And even then I'm kind of like, meh. So I think I'm going to come up with a different block palette. I think I want to have it darker. I also realized that I don't really like our fountain. I started doing decorating here and I don't like it, so we're going to change it. So this whole thing is going to change. I don't like it. It's too big. I need to make it smaller, I think. So I did some more work on the bell tower, clock tower, and I made it look a little bit nicer on the top. I still have to decorate the sides a little bit and figure out some things. I might add some bushes. I might put the big clock here and take that down up there and just leave that for maybe a flower pot or something. I think I might put a big clock here, but I'm not sure. I have been gathering lots of materials. I've got tons of things. I've been doing mining. I chopped down trees a whole bunch. I've got full stacks of wood. So I'm really not too worried about resources right now. I've been doing a lot of stuff off camera. I did update some things in here. I moved our enchanting table setup. I put some books in here and stuff like that. Oh, here's one thing I didn't look at. We have, oh, we don't want to do that. Let's pop that off. And if we look at it, we can update the map. There we go. Now we've got a little bit more room. I haven't updated a lot of the rest yet because there's not much I've done. Actually, I think that one is where I put most of our farms. Let's do this one too. Maybe it's here. So I moved most of our farms down over here, but today we need to get working on a few things. And it's actually going to be, it might be a longer episode. It may be a shorter episode, but I'm unsure. So I am at the point now where I need to start planning this entire island. And I know that seems kind of silly at first. And you're like, wait, you've already made City Hall, you know, a town hall, a clock tower, bell tower, and then the villager trading post / church kind of thing. I'm not a super religious person, so I'm probably not going to put a church. That's going to serve as a pseudo church. Yeah, that's where the villager trading hall is. It's the biggest structure in the land. So what I thought was I need to start now actually planning what I want to. That does look really cool, doesn't it? And also, I didn't realize copper weathered, so all of this has been weathering, so that's kind of cool. I believe you can use honey on it to stop it from weathering, but I'm just going to let it do its thing. So now I'm up here, and I wanted to get a higher top lay of the land, and I have a lot of ideas. And there's a little bit more planning in this episode than actual work being done because I have to terraform everything. And I do, you know what, just for the sake of doing this, we're going to flight mode enabled because I want to show some things. So before we do that, I want to kind of, actually, no, you know what, we're going to go fly first. So I have some signs down. I've got a Venice district. And the Venice district is going to wrap from there around here because it's got this nice little area that kind of goes through like this. Okay. And it's going to go all the way through here. So I have a lot of terraforming to do when it comes to that. And I apologize for the notifications. I totally forgot to turn them off. I moved all of our farms over here and put them over in this region. So I've got a smithing district because right underneath here we have our mine and our portal. Oh, we've got a zombie there. That's cool. So I'm glad I left a boat there. And the Venice area is going to reach from all the way around through there to here. And here's going to kind of be like the Venice port. And then around this area over here, we are going to have a fishing district. I moved all my farms over here as well. So this is going to be the harbor and the fishing district right here. And then up in this region is going to be where our farms are. And then up over here, we're going to have a winery, distillery, vineyard area that kind of leads down here. So there's going to be some nicer, bigger Italian houses and maybe smaller ones that kind of help do the, you know, all the stuff for the vineyard. And so now I have to consider all of the things when it comes to terraforming. So the reason I kind of did this and I put this up over here, I wasn't going to fly in the episode, but I decided it was easier to just move around because I have a lot to say in a short period of time. So what I have to do is I have to terraform all of this around, and I want to terraform this to here. So I have to fill in all of that water, and then I want to fill this around here, and it's going to come through here, and it's going to go around. It's going to come through here. I'm going to lengthen it to go this way. And we're going to kind of reach that way. So this whole thing has to get filled in, and then I have to terraform all of it to make it a little bit smoother. And then I'm probably going to terraform this side too, because I want like Italian frontline property for, you know, people that would be living here, you know, in the Italian village, right? And then I'm going to core this out, and it's going to kind of wrap around here. So we're going to have the Italian houses kind of go through here into kind of bleed into our Hall of Recognition area. So, and then I'm going to have like a bridge that goes over here and a bridge that goes over there that kind of makes it look a little bit like Venice. And we'll have like maybe a little docking boat area on this side. And then we're also going to have a docking boat, a big, huge docking boat area in this for the big harbor area. So yeah, I have a lot of plans to do. So what I need to start working on now is a lot of terraforming, and it's going to take me a very long time. If I had replay mod, I would probably do it all on a mod, but this is going to take me a couple of days. So I'll come back when I've made more progress. Okay, I've done a whole bunch of terraforming. I built out this whole shoreline all the way around, and I have this whole big setup here, and I filled it all in as well. So the next thing is we want to build another level, and then we start doing some contouring, and we build another level and another level. So I'm gonna show you how I start doing some smoothing. So what I do is I take some blocks and I kind of smooth out the area by just making a path. So that one probably has to come in, and then that one probably has to come in. Maybe I'll leave it and do a little jut there. And then I just kind of, if I don't like any, I move them and shift them. And then what I do is connect the blocks, and then it will look more of a line, and then I fill it all in, and then we rinse and repeat until we have the full setup. It's super easy to do. It's just very, very tedious and time consuming. Okay, friends, I have done it. I have done all of the terraforming, and I've also done all of the planning. All right, so what I want to show you is this is my little key. So the green equals the main road, the yellow equals the small road, the blue equals big houses, and red equals small houses. Now, I did not like the actual path that I had with the cobblestone and andesite and stuff like that, so I decided to use deep slate, and I used all these different, and that looks so much better. And under the shaders, it looks even better. I did not like the fountain. It was way too big and way not in the right area. So I wanted to kind of center it against the clock tower, but not center it against the churchish building for our villager trading. And I wanted it smaller, so I kind of fit that out. Okay, so let's enable fly mode. I just cleared the weather because it started raining as soon as I started recording, so I got rid of it. Oh my goodness. All right, so the big paths are going to be green, and I have them kind of going to all of the bridges on the Riverwalk, which is kind of going to be this Venice-y type of outlook, and it goes to our Hall of Recognition area, and I have a couple bridges that are going to go across. That's going to be like a little harbor, a little bay area for boat parking, and it goes all the way out around here. I finished all the terraforming that goes all around. I've terraformed the entire island. It took me forever, just very, very long time. And I have some small houses with more bridges. And from town center, we're going to have like some shops like cafes and coffee shops and bakeries and maybe a pizzeria and a restaurante and things like that. Some nice shops. I've got those kind of laid out here. And then I made some main paths that go to smaller paths, which is going to be like our blacksmith area. I did a little bit of work on our mine, which looks pretty cool, so you kind of know that's a mine. And then I've got a farm area up here. I'm probably going to add another building for a farm so we can put our animals in there. You can see how my sheep, I was dyeing them so I could get the blocks. And that's going to lead to our little fishing area down here where we have a couple fishing huts and maybe a fishing vendor. That whole area in there is going to be a full courtyard, and we can put shops and vendors for each one of these, like, you know, the guys in the harbor and stuff like that. And that's all going to lead up to this winery area. And here's going to be the winery. I don't know exactly how I'm going to lay this out. I'm probably going to lay it out a little bit different, but it's going to be a much bigger house. And then there's going to be a smaller house for the people that help work at the vineyard and do things like that. And, you know, vineyards are usually now tourist attractions, so I want to kind of make it feel like that. And then I cleared this whole space up here as well for adding something else. I'm not sure what it's going to go up here, but maybe you guys can help me with some ideas. I would really like that. And then I've also got a big area over there, which I haven't touched yet, but I plan on putting a big lighthouse there, because if we fly over in this region here, it's like a big ocean. So we want to make sure that people coming from the big ocean know that there's land here. And, you know, coming into our main area, maybe we'll put a bridge or some sort of bigger bridge here that leads into, there's actually a big crevice back here I wanted to show you real quick. Yeah, this goes like way down and goes under. Oh yeah, I like walk away. So yeah, I've done a whole ton of planning, and if you guys have ideas for what kind of builds we're gonna have and what kind of things you guys want to see in these shops, I'm really excited. I'm kind of laying things out. I haven't decided how I want to lay out this part yet, but this is pretty much standard. I'm going to start building some houses, and I think each build is going to be like an episode. Then the first episode we're probably going to work on is paths. I want to lay out all the paths, and then I might have another episode on bridges. Those might be kind of linked together and stuff like that. So that's kind of the idea for the series moving forward. And without further ado, I know that you guys love pets and animals, so please take a look. Here is Frank and Baxter. They would love it if you would like this video. It's a shameless plug, so you can give them some treats. So please make sure to like. It really helps me out, and my dogs really love it. Hello, everyone. If you are interested in joining this particular SMP, I would love to have you. All you have to do is click the join button and add your membership on YouTube, or you can take a look at the link in the description for my Patreon and become a iron level or above Patreon member. You also could get your face up on there if you were the first iron member, and we still have that ever elusive diamond membership. So you could get your face on a statue if that's something you're interested in. So I do appreciate you guys checking that out. And even if you just click on those and become a member without paying, that's okay too. Your best thing that you can do for me is to like and share this video. I really appreciate that. That's really all I really ask from all of you. If you're enjoying this content, I would love for you to make sure to help share it and help grow my channel. I really appreciate all of it. Thank you so much. Okay, so the last thing I like to do, which I didn't do at the end of the last episode, I did it at the beginning of this one, is we want to start adding our maps and updating things. So look at that. We can see how things are starting to come together with our planned here, which is great. And we can see all of our things being built, and we can have a really good idea of how things are going to look. I don't think we did that one at all. Maybe, oh yeah, okay, just a little bit. Yeah, and I don't think we did the ones on top. But there we go. We have all this terraforming done. Look how much work I did. Wow, that's pretty crazy. Did I do this one? I think I did. Okay, awesome. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you did, make sure to leave a like. It really helps me out, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Take care and have a great day.